We're going to go into a forward lunge position to open up the hip flexor, as well as move into a little bit of shoulder flexion and thoracic extension. So I'm going to show you a couple positions, and you can pick the one that you feel like is most comfortable for you. So one is going to be down on one knee, and I'm going to use this pad. You can use a pillow or a towel. So starting off here, I want to get a fair amount of space between my front foot and my back knee, so that whenever I start to bend this knee, I feel a little bit of a stretch in the front of my hip. As I do that, I try and squeeze my butt and keep a little tension in my stomach to begin with, so I don't just let my back collapse into this position. So you'll see that I kind of do this from the ground up, where first, I'm going to let my knee bend, I'm going to squeeze my butt, and I'm going to feel some tension in the front of my hip. And then once I feel that, I'm going to let my arms come up overhead, and I'm going to let that front knee continue to bend, and now I'll start to let myself waver back a little. So you'll see this line from my shoulder down through my lat and my chest, all the way down through the front of my hip as this smooth curve that I'm trying to open up the front side of me. So common mistakes with this are going to be to work around tightness in the hip. People will just excessively arch the back. So here, I don't feel much of a stretch, I just feel a lot of pressure in my back. So one key is going to be that I start with a fair amount of distance because I don't want to be here to where my knee is really collapsing over my foot. I let the front knee bend, tension in my butt and stomach to feel a little pull here, and then my arms follow next, overhead, and then I let myself waver back a little. You see that most of that is coming from down into my hip as opposed to a sharp arch in my back, and then I'll come back down. So it'll kind of look like this. Slow bend, squeeze the butt, hands follow as I go up overhead. I feel a nice strong stretch in the front of my hip. I could also do this in a standing lunge position. Feet apart. Back foot, I want to make sure it's not turned out but forward. I'm up on my toe. I start with both knees pretty straight. My back leg stays straight. Tension in the stomach as I bend the front knee. Once I feel a little bit of tension there, my hands will follow, and then my eyes will follow my hands a little. Once again, opening up this front side. And as I come back down, I'll straighten out the front leg. This can also be done up on a step. Same idea. Fair amount of space between my feet. Tension in my stomach, front knee bends. I raise up onto my back toe. Hands go up, and then my head follows my hands. Back down.